Right, girls and guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at Transformers Studio Series 86 Gnaw, the Sharkticon, the Always Hungry Sharkticon, noted for his little pot belly, which I really dig because it really goes for the whole overeating aspect. The original, which is right here, there he is. Ignore the dust and everything in the backdrop. That was released in 1986 as a Decepticon, but obviously these work for the Quintessons, even though they probably don't know it. They kind of rebelled in the Transformers movie after Grimlock said, you know, me Grimlock say execute them. By Five Phases of Darkness, they got back to where they were, serving the Quintessons, and as you can see, that gun just does not fit smoothly in that. I guess it works like that. So, as you can see, his tail is a flail weapon like a mace, and that's pretty cool. Yeah. Many dynamic poses. I mean, the original had that too, but trying to track down the complete one, it's bloody insane. But luckily I got mine. It's missing its gun though, but that's doesn't really matter. So what we got, really great detailing, as cartoon accurate as you can be, but then again, Studio Series Transformers are pretty cool. I'm trying to get hold of the Constructicons from Studio Series, even though I've got a knockoff version of Devastator right under my desk. So I'm kind of tempted, mainly because they're taller. Is that bad? Yeah. Same goes for the area bots as well. No news on any protector bots being remade for that line either. But anyway, so yeah, he's packed to the hilt with his teeth. Definitely wouldn't want to meet him on a angry night. So this one is kind of like Brawn, where he has a rotating belly, if you want to call it that. Let's see if I remember how to do that. So first of all, you put those in there. Let's see if I remember to do this, because he's been sitting next to my Red Dwarf collection for quite a while. There we go. So you see those two marks in there. Definitely not dusty. I hope not. Yeah, there you go. It wasn't dust after all. So they will fit into there with any luck. The slot. I like his funny little feet. They kind of remind me of the Smurfs. So that will slot in without any trouble. This comes off for some reason. I don't quite know why. Before I forget to mention, he is a much better redeco than the Titan's Return, nor that one just looks weird. It looks okay, but this one is much better. So you can have him bend down, because there's no way he's not going to stand up properly. So that's why he's got those two bits there. So in goes the weird thingy. So yeah, the only thing about this is got his head in his mouth, basically. So yeah, at least it closes. And one more thing, there's only one slot for this, so you can't put it on the other side either. But his gun does fit there. Like I said, on the original G1, I don't have the gun, but as long as I got his tail. So, that is pretty cool. I just matched the phone. But yeah, there's infinite numbers of these. Well, not available. If you want to buy two more. In the cartoon, kind of like the Insecticons, and for that matter the sweeps, where their numbers seem to keep growing. Although we know primarily there are 3 Insecticons and mainly 3 sweeps, but they just keep appearing out of nowhere. Whenever they need a spare body, they just create another Insecticon or sweep. These guys seem to just get mass produced by the Quintessons, probably. They created the Transformer race, so I guess they can do what they want. Yes, like I said, released in 1986 as Gnaw, a Decepticon, but technically not a... Well, not technically. Definitely not a Decepticon. He was just Quintesson foot soldier, basically. I think I've waffled on enough, but that is pretty... I like this one. All Studio Series 86 Transformers seem to be really cool. I like the fact you can sort of bend his arms. Maybe he can be posed with some in Energon cubes. Now that I think of it, he did have several lines in the cartoon season 3 with Outback and Blaster when they were trapped in some kind of cell. And Outback said, "You look like you could use some little Energon." He said, "Now, gimme." Stranger things you remember. Anyway, great colour scheme. I really dig these little guys. Maybe you should get a fish tank and put a whole bunch of them in there just for a gag. Or is that just me? Like I said, a real improvement on the Titan's Return. Although Titan's Return is pretty cool. But as for this one, I have bored you to death with this one. So I'm just going to put it back in the Sharkticon pit. And we're going to see who's guilty or innocent. So hit that like button, like and subscribe, and keep watching my channel. And thank you for watching. There is Studio Series Gnaw with a G. Gnaw, if you want to say that. Goodbye for now. Goodbye from Gnaw. Tatty bye.